My parents are really nice. They're both college professors, and I don't know if you know college professors, but they're very educated. They have PhDs. They went to school a long time, worked really hard, some of the smartest people I've ever met, and they make about as much money as a Walmart employee. It's this weird irony, but they don't care. That's the funniest part about college professors. They're so smart, they're simple. Like my mom, I'll give you an example. My mom, so smart, she's simple. 6'1", purple sweatpants, doesn't give a shit, you know? And I'll call her sometimes, freaking out. I'm like, Mom, have you seen the news? There's a war, the world's going crazy. She's just like, tend your garden. No one can take that from you. And I'm like, what? She's like, grow something and be proud of it. And she's right. All the problems just melt away when you just start weeding the rhubarb, you know, just get dirty. Sometimes I'll call her depressed. I'm like, Mom, I'm so depressed. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. She's like, have you been drinking water? I'm like, no. She's like, you're probably dehydrated. I'm like, what are you talking about? You don't understand. She goes, no, Owen, you don't understand. You need to drink at least 150 ounces of water a day. Do that and call me in a few days. So I do that. I just start pounding water. And then I call her. I'm like, Mom, the world's awesome. And I just peed. It was like a 3-minute mini orgasm. What's up with that? She's like, I know, right? My mom came out to visit me in LA. She loves LA too. And she just loves organic food. She loves it. She gets so excited. And we go to Target because I need to get more adult stuff, you know? Like dryer sheets. Because apparently the towels need more stuff. A little high maintenance, these towels. But we go there, I also need other stuff. So she goes up to some employee just randomly. She just goes, hi. And the guy looks at her like puzzled, just like, hi. Because he's not used to just being said hi to. Usually they're like, where, you know. And so she just starts talking, because this is her nature. She's just very friendly. She's like, my son, Owen, his light bulb burned out, and instead of getting another one, he's been moving one from lamp to lamp. And she thinks the dude's gonna like laugh with her, and he doesn't. He just like looks at her. He's not mad, he's just confused. Like, what do you want from me, lady? You want a new bulb, a new lamp, a new sun? I don't know what you need. And so finally he just goes, aisle 8, and walked away. And my mom's bulletproof. She's just chosen to be happy. So she's just like, what a nice young man. And I'm like, no, Mom, I'm gonna flick him in the throat. Stay right here, I'll be right back. There's consequences. You should have laughed at your funny joke. My dad's funny. He's a public speech professor, rhetoric, sings opera, a lot of colorful bathrobes. He had a stutter as a kid. He couldn't talk. He had so much anxiety with speech. It's almost like the Batman story. Like Batman was scared of bats, so he became a bat. Like my dad had such a fear of talking that he is now the most extroverted human being I've ever seen in my life, to the point of like ridiculous. Like he's flamboyant. He's a very fruity man. Like he'll go, I didn't understand it when I was young, you know? He'd go into like Walmart or something and just be like, out of nowhere, just, I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle. Here's the other handle. Oh my God, I'm a sugar bowl. And people just start laughing. They'd be like, oh, John, you're terrible. He's like, I've been wondering why they haven't been putting tea in me. Like, I'm like, and I'm a little kid. I'm like, stop, shut up, Dad. He's like, I'm embarrassed. He's like, you're embarrassed. Ha! Like, you can't win with the dude, right? So I just learned how to deal with it. And then over time, I realized why he does it, because it opens doors. It's a very powerful thing to do, just to show everyone how much fun you're having. Opens doors. Like, I've seen him go into the DMV, right? It's the most depressing place in the world. It's like Mordor. It's just this horrible place. You know, just passive aggression to the max. And my dad, instead of saying, excuse me, he says, scusa moo. And I watch people's reaction. Like, he'd be like, scusa moo, if I was the line for my new driver's license, where would I be? And the lady, like, it's like spring coming to her face. It's like her smile slowly starts, she's like, oh, John, you're terrible. You don't need to wait in line. He's like, oh, like, he just skipped a line. And I started figuring the dude out. I'm like, you just skipped the line with Scusa Moo. I'm like, that's genius. And And people just love it. He's the one who showed me how, divisions aren't really there. I remember one time we went to Burn Dairy in the middle of the winter, and it's snowing like crazy, and we go in to get a gallon of milk. And all these older ladies are talking about the weather. They're like, it's coming tonight, and one of them goes, John, did you hear we might get 8 inches tonight? And my dad goes, oh, Doris, don't you wish. And they just exploded with laughter. These are women in their 80s, right? And I remember I was like, I don't know what that means, because I'm 5. But someday I'm going to do that at Starbucks. Thank you. Thanks, guys.